Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today it's episode 3 of creating, recording, and releasing a song in 4 days using NanoStudio. Hello. I hope you're all doing well. If you're watching over on Facebook, thank you very much for joining us on Facebook. And please don't ban me, Facebook, like you did Ron Ward for just starting his stream last night and not even playing any music. Wow. If you are watching on Facebook, you'd rather watch the show in higher quality and with more fun people, come and join us over here at youtube.com/JadeStarr, or you can watch the show daily in the browser at howtoapp.on-ios.com, or you can head over to Twitch if you so prefer at twitch.tv/howtoapp-on-ios. Yes. I hope everybody's doing well. Hey, I'm doing better, yeah. Things are, we're doing okay. I'll tell you what, and working on this song the last 3 days and having such a fantastic support network of people, especially you guys in the chat here, people on my Facebook channel, all my mates over in Clubhouse. I don't know what I'd do without you. You're all fantastic people, so thank you. I just thought I'd say thank you before kicking off and saying hello to Brad Example, who, by the way, I watched an awesome clip of yesterday of an acoustic song of his, and it was mesmerizing. It was absolutely beautiful. Hello, Not a Box. Hello to Adam Burse. Hello, Synth Widow. Joe, what do you know? Hi, Russ. Hello, Kim Harden Hudson. I hope you are well. Paying to get. So slowly getting back into the rhythm. Hello, Thomas Christ. I hope you're doing well. And who else am I missing here as I scroll down? Hello, Colin. Good to see you. I'm continuing on the thread from Doug's last stream of horror music with this new track. We'll get into it very shortly. Hambo Hounso, hello, good to see you. Sai, it's always effing good to see you. You had yoga today? I hope yoga was good. Have such a great network of friends through this community. Hello, Mobile Music Pro, the G-Man in the house. He was just he had a show earlier making a song as well. Everybody's making music, which is good. I have an idea. Hello, Doug. It's good to see you as always. Dance, baby, dance. I haven't done that for a while. Is there anybody that I may have missed? I hate missing people, and I do it often because my glasses are sucky like my eyes. I think I've covered most of you. If I have missed you, seriously, just put it in the chat and say, hey, dickhead, like Doug would call me. There's no real price drops or anything today. I've already checked, so I'm not really going to go over that stuff. What I will talk about is, because this is really exciting, I don't know, I think I accidentally clicked on it yesterday. DigiSticks 2. Oh yeah, man. So I've been playing with this for the last 24 hours. Man, have I been playing with this app. This app is... I think both me and Doug have said this is going to be the year of drum apps, and it certainly is shaping up to be that indeed. Man. Let's, yeah, this thing is sick. This thing is crazy sick, and I'll hopefully be doing a show on it maybe on the weekend or early next week, because I'm on the beta. If you go and check out Paul's new video he's just dropped on it, which tells you all the changes. And I know there are going to be people out there going, do I have to pay for it again? You're going to want to. It's what's beautiful about this so far from me playing with it is it's how it should have been the first time around. Maybe. Hello, Andy. Good to see you. This thing's sick. I mean, 5 layers per pad of. It's really cool. And I really gave it a massive workout yesterday too. Look at all the kits you get too, man. Look at them all. All these kits included. Boom, boom. Pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool indeed. So very excited. Also, EG Pulse got an update yesterday. So again, EG Pulse, Hammerhead, FAC drum kit. There's a lot of drums happening at the moment. It's a good time if you're into drums. I just thought I would mention this because it is exciting, and I love Digisticks, the first one, but there's just a few things about it that could have been like much better, and now they've all been addressed, which is really ace. So let's go, shall we? Let's jump into the track I've been working on for the last 2 days. Now I will explain to you. Yesterday after the show, we'd done the opening of the song, and we'd done the middle section of the song. So, and then I was considering what was going to happen at the end. Now, I know some of these shows, these 4-part series or 3 or 2-part series, they can get a bit long and drawn out, and you don't always want to sit there and watch someone going, I could do this. You know what I'm saying? If you want that, I'll gladly start up an ASMR podcast with me just going for 2 hours. That sounds good. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, for this one, I want to shake things up a little bit. So I've virtually finished the song. Let's say that. I've virtually finished it. It's not fully mixed or anything like that. So I'm going to play it for you. And then I'm going to go back through some of the things I had to do and show you how I had to do them to achieve what I wanted to achieve. Because as you know, with NanoStudio, you can't record audio into it, right? So you've got to find workarounds. And being an iOS musician or creator, you should be used to that, because it's all about finding solutions and workarounds. It just is what it is. And if you aren't good at that, then, I don't know what to tell you. You'll get stuck. For the longest time back, when I remember when I was first making music on iOS in 2000, I started using iOS in about 2011. So it was a very different process back then. There was no file sharing. I always used to have to jailbreak my devices and connect them to a computer to transfer a file from my iPhone to my iPad. It was a very different time, Hello, Mark. Good to see you. So we live in a better time for iOS, but it's still not perfect. And NanoStudio isn't perfect either. But for what it does, MIDI, it's sick. It's got possibly the best MIDI roll, I reckon, on iOS. Shit's all over Cubase's. I mean, Cubase's piano roll is a bag of dog shit, especially if you've only got one arm. Isn't that right, Russ? So, but I really love the MIDI roll in NanoStudio too. It's a fantastic tool. But recording audio is a touchy subject, and I see a lot of people bitching about it, but it is what it is, folks. You can always record stuff and move it into another DAW. Use your imagination. That's what it's all about. So let's have a play. This song is it's from my Utensils project, and it is called, what have I called it? I can't remember what I've called it. Impending Doom. And it's the idea behind it is like a horror soundtrack crossed with like a circus, demented kind of thing. And as you'll see, I've muted one of the tracks. Did I mute it? Yes, because we're going to show you how I did that later on. Let's have a play, shall we? Yes? Maybe? Maybe not. Maybe. Maybe this is going to happen again. See, iOS. It's good fun. So, do we have sound this time? I don't hear it this time. What have I got muted? There it is. Something was muted there. This one was muted. Why is that? I need to investigate this. So let's have a look. I don't think... you know what I've done? I've probably muted the wrong track, yeah? No? No, that's good. That one's up. There we go. Let's go. I'll turn my mic down. Yeah. Hey, thanks for the nice comments, but we're not done yet because there's a big chunk of that missing, which really makes it fucking sick. So this will fade out, this kind of crowd thing here. So, like, if you watched yesterday, we got up to the middle bit and I'd kind of done that transition. Now, I've kept the same melody running through it the whole way through because, hey, you can do that with songs. There are no rules, remember, with songs. Absolutely no rules. What I tried to create was textures doing, playing the same melody all the way through, but in different ways, and layering it up and giving it some kind of builds, ups and downs, ebbs and flows, to keep the same kind of momentum, to make it sound like it's something bigger than what it actually is. That's my thinking behind it. So I'm going to show you how I achieved what I needed to achieve for the next section, because it's a little bit hard. I heard electric guitars in there. I heard dun, 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 crunchy guitars like Mr. Bungle. I said it yesterday. It reminded me of a Mr. Bungle song, and I can hear that. So it was like, right, I want to put that in. How am I going to do that? How am I going to put that into this? Because I can't play guitar into it. So I thought outside the box. Quite easily, I could have just taken the finished mix, put it over in GarageBand, and played the guitars and mixed it down in GarageBand. You can do that. But the thing was with this, I have to do it in NanoStudio. So I'm allowed to use an outside door, of course, but I have to bring it back into NanoStudio. So here's what I did. Let's open up GarageBand and I'll show you. Where is GarageBand? Fucking wars in the chat. Right, let's do this. So I've named this track Impending Guitar, clearly enough. So if I just go to track view here, I basically did a mix down of the track and then did these 4 tracks of guitars over the top because I felt it needed these guitars. And then I exported this guitar track and then imported the guitar track over into Obsidian as a sample on my keyboard and just hit the key, middle C, to play along with it. So I'll play it along in here so you get to hear what it sounds like. So that's the guitar part that I actually recorded in there using Tone Bridge. Only one track, spread across 4 in case I wanted to chop them up. So then I exported this using GarageBand. All right, done deal. And let's head back over now to NanoStudio and we'll bring it back into the mix and I'll show you what I did. So I created an Obsidian track here, which is currently muted. And I'll unmute this track. And now that I'm on the Obsidian track, whenever I hold down middle C, yeah. Cool, yeah? So the other thing was it was a little bit painstaking to actually get in there, but we got there, and let's sit through it and listen to it with the guitars, and I'm sure you will agree. it's just much better. It just feels right, especially with the second bit at the end when everything kind of comes in together. It just gives it this more dark circus kind of feel. And then we'll have a listen to it, and then we'll come back and show you all of the tracks that I have actually, all of the sounds that we have in here. Because the other thing you'll notice is that, and now where is it? I can't see it. So if you notice that the CPU down here is really pushing the limit. This is the other thing with using. So look, there's good and bad things about every single door. I can't sit here and tell you which door is best because they've all got their problems. They've all got their highs and lows. And this for MIDI is sick. Like, it really is fantastic for MIDI. It just is so easy to make stuff. Super simple. The problem is what it doesn't have that something like Cubase's has, you can't freeze tracks. So the more things you add, and as you'll notice with my project here, hello Danny Broderick, good to see you. Self-isolating, man, that sucks. I've got a lot of heavy intensive stuff in here. I've got what have I got? BS16i. I've got a Synthscaper. I've got 2 iSymphonic tracks. I've got Ravenscroft. I think 3 Mangellan 2 tracks. A Swarm trumpet. I've got a Factory track. An Apparillo track. A Waverly Tables. There's a lot of really very intensive stuff in here. Yeah. So you know, I think you have to be very conscious about what you're using in here, and you know, try and limit the heavy stuff as much as you can. Or there is the alternative as well to you know, mix these down. In this is another thing. You can make your tracks in here and then export them over to GarageBand or over into Cubasis if you want to do it that way. If you go back and have a look at the show I did with Russ, which was sponsored by DistroKid, who'll be mentioning tomorrow. You know, when I showed off his music in NanoStudio, for me to give you a good representation of it, Russ actually exported all the tracks over as WAV files into GarageBand. So there's plenty of ways you can do these things, yeah? So let me shut up for a second. Let's play this with the guitar in it. And who knew it was going to turn out to be a 4-minute song? I thought it was only going to go for about 3. And why do I keep missing the start of this song, for God's sake? What's going on here? Again. I'm going to just... I don't know why it keeps doing that. That's something I have to look at. But we'll just go with it for now. Hello, Benedict. I'm gonna crank this sucker. ready for that guitar? Not yet. Soon. Hello, Thomas. Yes. So, thank you very much for pointing out that I didn't have the track selector there. Who was that? Colin and Cy? Thank you, guys. All right, so that's that. So what's going on with the song? So I'm going to release... So as I said, this show is about creating, recording, and releasing. Sorry, Pete, stole your catchphrase there. Tomorrow I will be releasing this. Today we're going to do a little bit of mixing at the end of this. So we've got half an hour to go. And Pete's actually doing a similar show after this. He's actually going to make a song using the new sound pack in GarageBand. Everybody's making songs indoors at the moment. Guitars. No, the guitars were done in Obsidian. So here was my issue. So one of the things I came against with putting the guitars in Slate. Because it's a sampler, right? So you can go into Slate here. Go into Slate, I'll double click. I can add the guitar into here. But because it's such a long riff, right? If I play the track, I mean, you know, it goes for quite a few bars. When I would stop the track, it would keep going. And you can set it at a single shot. But because it's been triggered, it's really annoying to set up. So I just found it easier to import the sample into Obsidian. This is the really good thing about NanoStudio 2 is you have options. You can import the samples into Slate or into Obsidian. So you've got two ways to do it. Whichever way is going to work best for you. And I know if you head over to Cy Effen's channel, he's got a really good video on how to use an Interapp audio app. Like, you know, because you can't use Interapp audio in here. So you can actually create an Obsidian track, record the MIDI, and then use Audio Bus and Interapp audio to rewrite the MIDI to actually have the MIDI played from the Interapp audio app. So there's lots of workarounds out there to get things done in NanoStudio. Is it a bit of a pain in the ass? Yep. But at the same time, there's things, as I said, in other doors that are a bit of a pain in the ass as well. GarageBand's full of pains in the ass, you know? There's oranges and tomatoes, or whatever the saying is, I don't really know. Doesn't really matter. So I'm going to be releasing this tomorrow as a instrumental. And then what I'm possibly going to do the week after is release this as a song with vocals. And how am I going to do that? I'm going to import the tracks, all of these tracks as individual tracks over into GarageBand and add the vocals in GarageBand. So we may do a show on that, like on next weekend, and we'll release the vocal version. So I'm ripping off Thomas Gillane here by doing an instrumental and then doing a vocal version. Thanks, Thomas. So yeah, we'll have 2 versions. Let's run through some of the instruments that I've used for this, just to be clear. So there's 2 slate drum kits in here, and the way I've done that is, something I should point out as well. I did use Beat Cutter, if you remember from the first episode. I created a Beat Cutter session in AUM and then recorded the Beat Cutter session, and then I again used an Obsidian track. Where is it? Is it this one? Let's solo it just so you can hear it. So all of this was made in AUM. Now what I did for this bit too, to give that snare a bit of punch, was I added another slate track. So you can see above there's a slate track here, and I just added a ride and a snare just to make it pop a bit for the middle section. Because I think the kicks were loud enough. So we'll go through this middle section. Go back here to this middle section. Let's just scoot these over. I always forget about these suckers, yeah? I really like this whole thing up the top here. I know Cubase has the same kind of thing, but I really like this one. It just is really easy to move around. I don't know, there's things about Cubases that are great, and there's things about Cubases that suck. So we've also got a Synthscaper track. So let's have a listen to this one. We'll solo this one. Maybe. I think I've got to do... Or maybe not. There it is. We've also got this trumpet that's buried down here. And that's got a black hole on it, just to give it a real distant, far away kind of sound. I don't want it to overpower this middle section. Then we've got this factory track here. Keeping that melody that's consistent all the way through the song, but more of a scrapey, whiny horror film kind of thing. Not too intrusive. And it's got those clicks in it too, just kind of like Jason Voorhees. Or not Jason, Halloween. Then we've got the bass line, which is consistent all the way through. So there's a lot going on under here. Yeah, I am, Danny. Slowly but surely, things are kind of getting a bit lighter here in my house. So there's issues going on here at my house. My flatmate moved out. All this stuff, it's kind of weird. Now I've also added an orchestra in here using Obsidian. Just to sit underneath. Just give it a little bit of warmth. We'll bring in these drums as well. So there's a piano track, a Ravenscroft piano track here. I'll bring in. It should come in this this section here. And we've got an isymphonic choir of R's as well. Whoa! Pushing it. Then we got this BS16i. Which is, it's a sampled scream. So I've sampled this scream here. So the only thing that's missing, hello Rockstar 1958. So the only thing that's missing from that, if we go back here and lock this in, is the sampled track, the Obsidian track, which is what I made in AUM, which is the beat cutter track. So let's hear them all together now. Boom. Try that again. You know what would help? If I actually did I unmute it? I think I did, but wasn't. Where are you? It is this one here. So I've got to solo this. Thank you, Mobile Music Pro, for the super chat. So here we go. This is with everything for the middle section. Maybe? I know. Fuck. And I can't even see today. Try that one more time. There we go. So look, I know I love Beat Cutter so much. I think Beat Cutter's the star of that whole section because it's the whole basis of it. And basically, if you saw yesterday's show, how I did that was use Beat Cutter with 4 instances of WebSDR and also as, a 909, I think, app, whatever that is. I can't remember what it is. Yeah, it's pretty simple stuff. So let me see. Let's head over to the start of the song and see what I've got in here, because I don't think much of this has changed. So let's just make sure I've got everything right to the start. Okay, so The opening part is this channel here. It's this BS16i, which is just wind. So I've just sampled. I've used the storm sample to kick off, and the opening, the main rhythm all the way through it is this. Where are we? It is this Magellan track here. So let's play this. We've got an obsidian drums. So let's bring this back, because I also have in here an Apparillo track. Let's bring this in. Apparillo is really great for creating melody and really dark horror sounds. Then we've got an iSymphonic classic choir, which comes in. Really deep choir too. The other track we have in here too, just to fill out that choir, probably not really necessary, but I only added this in because I didn't think I was going to have electric guitar in there. And that is this Waveley Distorgan sound, which I love this sound. It's my favorite out of the Waveley Tables app. Then we've got a pure synth track with this choir. And the bottom track here is another Magellan 2 track. It's really sick. So let's bring in this. So that's everything for the main track. Let's bring in this, the electric guitar. So this is where I had to import the guitar that I recorded. Absolutely cool, man. To be able to import tracks that you make in another DAW easily. There will never be audio in NanoStudio 2. People are just going to have to get used to it. So let's go to the end now, and then I'll tell you what I'm going to do for the mixing, because we're running out of time, obviously. And there's not much. You're right, Russ. Thank you for that. So there isn't much mixing to do. I think the levels are pretty good at this point. I've already done a test mix and a test master, And the test master I did yesterday, the guitars are a bit too loud. There wasn't enough bass in it, so I brought up the bass. I've given all of the textures more bass and a bit more roughage just to fill it out a bit more. So as it stands at the moment, I think it's really good. What's missing is, well, you've got to remember, because I can't record audio into NanoStudio and had to record my guitar in GarageBand and then import it into Obsidian, I can't do what I would normally do with guitar and do 2 guitar tracks and then pan them. So what I'm going to do, let's do it now, in fact. Let's jump over here. Thanks to Cy for suggesting this in Clubhouse last night. God, Clubhouse rocks. We have such a great community in Clubhouse. So this is the guitar track here. I'm going to go to... No, I'm not in the guitar track. Am I? Is that the guitar track? Yeah. No. What do I have? What do I have? Oh yeah, I've got Bandit on it. That's right. And I've got an EQ on it. So what I'm going to do is add wider. And we're going to try and widen it out to give it a bit of width, because I really don't want to put the same guitar track in and then try and split them. I don't think that's going to work with panning. So there's wider. So let's try this. And I don't want to give it too much, right? The thing with wider is you can go overboard and totally fuck your song up. Definitely. So let's have a listen. We'll just solo this guitar track. Let's unsolo all this shite. La 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 la. Done. All right. So hit play. That sounds heaps better already, I think. That's done what I need. So about 50%. Now I may have to give it a bit more volume once it's back in the mix. Let's check it out, see if I will. Sounds good. Right, so I'll just tell you before we jump on to the last section of the song, the only real mixing I'm going to do from here, I'm going to add a bit of panning, because I'm going to want to pan some of these things, like this little Ravenscroft. I want to like head over here and maybe pan this over here a little bit. So I'm just going to pan things out a little bit so we can get as much stereo as we possibly can, yeah? Just to really space out all these parts that come in, because there's a lot of parts that come in and out. So I'll definitely be putting the panning on the little bits that come in and out, just so you've got moments in the song, yeah? So that's all I'm really going to do. So I'll probably do that. I'll probably do the mixing tomorrow during today, and then when we kick off the show tomorrow, I'll run through the mix and how everything is, what I've done with everything, and then we'll mix it down, and then we'll do a master in Lessons, and then I'll upload it to DistroKid. Yeah. Hello, Pete Johns. I already mentioned today, Pete is doing a show over on his channel, and he's going to attempt to make a song with that fantastic pack that Apple graced us with another 2808s. I'm such a bitch. So let's have a look at the last section of this song, yeah? Let me drag this over so you can hear what I have done. Now my favorite, I'm going to tell you straight up, my favorite part of the song is this one lick in here. I love it, I love it, I love it. Makes me happy every time I hear it, because it's something different. And it is this one. So again, this is another Mangellan track. It's just a basic super saw, nothing exciting. I think it's got some black hole on it. So basically, as I said, this is a build-up of the exact same beginning. So let's bring some of these in again. Let's bring the drums in again. Let's bring in the drums. What else have we got here? So we've got this iSymphonic. I've brought in a choir here, and we'll leave the guitar out. And again, this is all just the same as the opening of the track. It's just in little bits of different kind of order. Let's hit play. But just having that. And we'll add the guitar back with the wider on it. Evil. So the only difference there at the end is I've kind of put everything in together. So we've got choirs down the Magellan at the bottom. We've got a choir in there. We've got that final riff, that da 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 da. That's still my favorite bit. So that is it. That's the song altogether. I was going to put in maybe a sample, but it just didn't fit. I tried a few samples in there, just some from some horror movies that I have, thanks to Daniel, who does Zavon, who does amazing sound packs and stuff from horror movies and spoken bits and stuff. But I just couldn't get anything to fit in there, and I kind of felt there's already so much going on. It just was too much. So that's that. Let me just go in here and unsolo all this stuff, because I don't think I'm pretty sure I haven't made any changes to this, so we're all good. Don't think I need to save anything. My memory's not too good. So that's that. It'll do an autosave anyway. So that's the song. Tomorrow we'll come back. I will go through the mix, and then we'll do a master of it and then upload it to DistroKid. But before we go, I'm going to show you something else, because I have worked on the artwork as well. We are good to go on the artwork. And again, you know, most of you know that I use Over in conjunction with Pixelmator to make all my art and stuff. Oh my god, that's that picture of Dave. Oh man, I should have deleted that. So there's the artwork for the song. So what I tried to do, what I tried to do with this artwork was, originally the idea I had was to have a set of eyes. Are they still in here? No, I removed them. So what I wanted to have was have a set of eyes sitting around about here, and a hand coming in from the side with an axe. I had something kind of okay, but it just looked wishy-washy. So I went with this piece of art, And so this was initially, this was a piece of stock footage that I've just totally blown the fuck out. All this this around the door, I just hyper colored all this and tried to blow it all out to give the image of either someone going into a door or coming out of a door. So this is like this yin and yang thing I was kind of going for, of like, there could be something bad in the room if you go in, or this person's coming out of the bad room, right? So that's the idea behind this. So that's the artwork, and it's pretty basic. You can see the layers I've got here. There's the art, there's the text, and there's my logo, which I use for all of my utensil stuff. So that's the album art. Pretty basic stuff, but I think it's effective, hopefully. That picture. Oh shit, I'm not going to close this again because that picture of fucking... Oh dear. Whoops. Right, everybody, thank you for joining me once again. Hey, what's going on? Autism Rocks, just here at the end. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out and supporting the show today. Thanks for all the kind messages you've been giving me recently for my shit that's been going on with my head. I'll let you know, too, I'm going to be doing a special soon. We're going to do an extra wart series, and I'm going to talk about what's going on with my mental health. So you all are caught up with what's actually happening, yeah? Yeah, tomorrow, join me as we do the final mix down. We do a master, and then we upload it to DistroKid. So if you haven't seen what it's like to upload something to DistroKid, join us tomorrow, and you will see that. And then in a few days' time, this will be released. Head over to Pete Johns' channel, please, after this, and go and support Pete at Studio Live today. He'll be doing his show as always. And don't forget, tomorrow over on Doug's channel, before my show, Doug's releasing his new album with Colin. So get your ass over there and support that. It's going to be cool if you love your prog rock. It's going to be fucking great. Yes. It's fucking going to be fucking great. That's my Doug. Doug impersonation for the day. Fucking. All right. I'm done. Have a great day, everybody. I'll play out the song, yeah? We'll see you tomorrow. And if you're not having fun making music, stop making music. Go do something else, because music's meant to be fun, yeah? Music's... Oh my God, I haven't laughed for a while. Music's meant to be fucking great. See you later, everyone. Oh yeah, boom.